Hello. Welcome. My name is Kevin Owasuitoy, and I am here again in my kitchen. And what are we talking about today? Today we are talking about self-education, right? Self-education. I have come up with, self-education gives rise to future-proofing your earnings, right? Future-proofing your earnings. That's a lot to say, right? But self-education, learning, directing your own education, learning the sort of skill sets you want to learning the sort of skill sets that you need to drive your future, the sort of skill sets that will fit into your, sorry, the camera is playing up, right? The sort of skill sets that will fit into your career, the sort of skill sets that will fit into your self-employment, the sort of skill sets that will fit into your being an entrepreneur, right? So that's self-directed education, self-education, right? It is the only way of the future, right? Self-education gives you a uniqueness, right? Everyone's learning is different, right? Everyone's learning is different. The concept of learning is different, right? Is the meaning of life, the meaning of life, and that sort of concept of what learning is, right? And what learning is all about is different from person to person. That's what gives the uniqueness, right? But if we go to imposed schooling, which is what we have now in our society, and we've had it for forever, right? And that's obsolete, right? Another big word out there, right? That's obsolete. But imposed schooling equals what? Conformity, right? Conformity, right? And that is not good for anyone, right? Be it employers, employees, not good for anyone, right? Times have changed. Things are changing now so fast, especially technology is moving so fast, disrupting all the industries out there, right? And more so the industry that I am involved in, right? Which is as a tester, software development programs, projects, software development. Teams are working, right? So it's moving on at this fast pace, right? Skills that you have today are obsolete in 6 months, right? So we have to get used to relearning and continuous learning, right? So that is what you have to do, and it has to be down to some sort of self-directed education, self-education, right? Becoming comfortable with learning, right? So that's what I mean. If you pursue self-education, you future-proof your skill sets, right? You future-proof your skill sets, and if you future-proof your skill sets, you have always got value that is in demand out there in the job market, whatever domain you are in, right? Whatever domain you are in. So that's what I jumped in to say today. And self-education, that's the way to go, right? That is the future, and it's been around for a while. It's been around for a while. Not that it's the future, but it's the future because of the way things are moving right now, right? In organizations, what do we do? In various organizations, particularly within IT, right? We work. It's fast paced, so you have to be agile. So the agility of your maybe I'm even saying that word wrong, but your organization has to move fast, right? Has to move fast, and has to work within cross-functional teams, right? Collaborate, right? So that's the two things, agile and collaboration. That is the future, right? And within that, you have to learn new skills very fast, using new tools all the time, new skills fast, right? And the fact that organizational structures are changing as well, right? It used to be the hierarchy, order comes from above to the bottom, right? That's gone. You have a flat organizational structures, again feeding into the agile working methodology and the group working methodology, which is your collaborative groups, right? Which are set up and disbanded as soon as the projects are over, right? So self-directed education, self-education is key going forward, right? And I would employ you to also try and think that around the structure that your children are learning, because see, employees have to be thinking with this sort of mindset, right? Also, employers have to be thinking with this sort of mindset, right? Because you want to get people on board your organization that are thinking with this sort of mindset, because those are the people that will drive your organization in the right direction, right? Because they'll be comfortable with that kind of thing, with that kind of mindset and that kind of learning, and they will push forward your organization in the day. And also with people who want to do self-employment, or people who want to do go down the route of entrepreneurs, right? Entrepreneurs have to be always learning, right? So that one is a given, right? But I see this from experience. I see this from experience, and I have seen on LinkedIn as well, right? I've seen on LinkedIn as well. I see this from experience because I've been out of a job for quite a long time, because I didn't keep up with my skill sets with what the market was demanding, right? I was uncomfortable. That's it. When you're in your comfort zone, you're comfortable in a job, I didn't reflect, I didn't think I would to upskill myself with what the market is, the skill sets are required on my type of job I was doing. Right? I didn't keep my skill sets updated out in the market. And 5 years went by, and I realized, oh, even though I was doing a job within the organization I was in, and I was being kept on, and I was being productive, I was using tools in-house tools, which were not particularly ones that were going to be used out with the other organizations or the other within the job market, right? So when I came out, I was out of place. And so to give you to put a context around it, automation was being asked for, mobile testing was being asked for, microservices. Those experiences I did not have, right? So I stayed out for quite a long time. So I am talking from experience, right? And this is experience beat me on the butt, right? That's why I'm passing on this a bit of this experience, right? That I have with me, right? So I have to be self-educated. I have to keep my finger on the pulse. This is why the goal for me is to inspire everyone to self-educate, right? To keep up with what's going on, right? So after a while, I was out for a while, financial troubles, still recovering from that, and it was a pain. So that pain point, I am trying to get it across here. I'm trying to get across a pain point, right? And I will encourage everyone. We are humans, right? We are humans. We only react when our back is against the wall, right? I'm learning all that. I'm trying to tell you, when you're in your comfort zone, that is when you should be educating yourself, keeping in touch with what is happening in your community, in your domain, in your field, right? You have to keep the skill sets up to date in whatever you're doing, right? Up to date with what's out there, demand out there in the marketplace, right? Because I think someone said we're only 30 days away from being without a job, right? So every month, like that, right? So my name is Kevin Owasuitoy, and listen, I'm here to inspire all to self-educate, right? Self-educate. And that's how exactly what's happening right now in the world, right? I don't want to talk too much about that, but you see what I mean, right? Everyone is in limbo right now, And if you had not just one set of skills, right, or not just one domain to work in, right? So upskilling yourself, as I'm upskilling myself now, just now, from manual test to automation test, right? I'm still within one a job title, right? But I'm just taking myself up a value. I'm adding a little bit of value onto what I'm doing. Not a little, but I mean, I'm adding more value, which brings in more finance, or more whatever it is. But if you were to reskill, right, now you enter into a different area. So you're doing SEO or something like that, right? Or you stay within IT and say, I become a developer, right? So I have reskilled, right? And I'm keeping those skills current, right? I could easily get a developer's job, or I could do a tester job, or maybe I become a BA, business analyst, right? They share common skills between test and a business analyst, and I could reskill in those, right? And I keep those two skills up to date on my CV, updated in my CV, right? And I could jump around roles like that, right? And you could do that within organizations. You could do that within organizations. You don't have to leave the organizations. And employers have to also be thinking about this, right? It's about what value you bring, right? So employers always have to be thinking about this. Give people the opportunity to reskill within organizations as well, right? Because I know for sure within organizations out there, and you have testers who would like to become BAs. If they were given the opportunity, they would become BAs, right? But within the same organization, they will not want to take, you probably will handle that better within an organization where you don't drop your salary, or you don't drop any amount of salary. But you probably have to leave the current job you're in, go out there to maintain the same salary, or probably. But employers have to be thinking like that as well. My name is Kevin Owasuitoy. I came on here just to spread some word and to inspire, right? Inspire from a pain point of mine, and it's a pain point of others out there. I have seen on LinkedIn. I have a brother who's a manager, and he's been out of work for a long while, right? So times are changing out there, and I've noticed that on LinkedIn as well. Plenty of managers out there without jobs, and it's not just managers, right? BAs, testers, within our field. And it's about upskilling, staying current, and not just upskilling, but reskilling as well. Reskilling. So you're because that's the way things are going, and employers have to be comfortable with that going forward as well, right? It's going to be about the value you bring. It's not a job title. Okay, my name is Kevin Owasuitoy. I will sign out now. I've spoken too much. Thank you. Bye.